The problem was I married a playboy. I married what I thought was going to be a union in which it was going to be what we wanted it to be quite honest. Then he became friends with Duane Martin, which used to be one of my friends on All of Us. And when I introduced them, that was one of the worst things I ever did. Within that relationship, I lost my husband to Duane Martin, and they became better friends than what me and my husband did, and I couldn't understand that.
It seems the truth has finally come out about Duane Martin and Will Smith.
The years of our relationship, Will was not my friend. I was his friend. I was around before they had Trey. Jada was the woman that everybody wanted, and Will needed that validation to have that type. This is what Jada makes the new people do. And I ain't gonna say new, they probably been there after myself, right? They will make you check into a rehab and they'll pay for the room. And that's when I see Duane and having a...
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch and Will was bent over on the couch and Duane was standing up.
LisaRaye McCoy, known for her role as Duane Martin's ex-wife on the CW's All of Us from 2003 to 2007, sparked headlines when she publicly accused Martin of influencing her husband, Michael Misick, then premier of Turks and Caicos Islands, to cheat on her. These claims resurfaced amidst recent controversies involving Martin allegedly having an S relationship with Will Smith.
Oh man, I've been telling y'all, man. Y'all go and act like it. Everything Reggie end up telling y'all always come true. Tell all those freakers about you and Wayne, huh? Duane Martin. That's what you're scared of. Go ahead and let it come out, Will. Just tell her, yeah. That's why Tisha left on Wayne.
Right? You told the world that you were gonna sue me. As of yet, and you said you're gonna do it swiftly. It's been over 2 weeks. So Jada, I'm giving you 2 more weeks to sue me. If you don't sue me.
Luenell also went on to confirm these rumors.
This is crazy.
I mean, well, you should interview Tisha.
Tisha Campbell, who was married to Duane Smith. That'd be interesting.
In a 2019 interview on TV, One TV's Uncensored, McCoy revealed that after introducing Misick to Martin, their relationship grew uncomfortably close, ultimately leading to her feeling betrayed by both her husband and her former co-star. She described feeling disrespected by Martin's alleged role in encouraging Misick's infidelity. "I lost my husband to Duane Martin," McCoy stated bluntly during the interview, a statement that has once again gained attention online. McCoy married Misick in April 2006 and subsequently took a break from her acting career to focus on her role as First Lady of Turks and Caicos. Moving to the island, McCoy found herself grappling with isolation and the challenges of adjusting to a new life away from her support system and career. "Here I am on this island. Yes, it's beautiful, but I have no friends, no family, I have no career," McCoy disclosed during the interview. LisaRaye McCoy shared that during Michael Misick's frequent travels for work, she often found herself alone, participating in various engagements and appearances on the island of Turks and Caicos. Feeling isolated and missing her home, she made the decision to invite her close friend Duane Martin to visit her and Michael. However, she later described this as a regrettable decision, calling it the worst thing she ever did. She recounted how Duane and Michael developed a closer friendship than she had with her own husband, which she found perplexing and hurtful. "Duane and Michael became better friends than me and my husband were, and I couldn't understand that for the love of God," she expressed during an interview. "Duane introduced my husband to different women that we actually knew as friends and associates." She added with bewilderment, "You're my friend. I introduced you to him. What are you doing? I'm still kind of confused by that one." Their friendship soured significantly after these events, with LisaRaye concluding firmly, "Needless to say, me and Duane don't mess with each other at all. Screw him." Lynn Jeter, LisaRaye's mentor, reflected on the betrayal, stating, "He was someone that she trusted, someone that she felt was her friend, someone she had bonded with, and none of that was true." Kim Whitley, another close friend of LisaRaye, emphasized the depth of the betrayal. LisaRaye trusted Duane. This was her brother, her best friend, but he went dirty on her, he did. LisaRaye and Michael announced their divorce in August 2008, just 2 years after getting married. The fallout from their relationship continued into legal battles, with LisaRaye testifying against Michael in 2020 over allegations of corruption related to the sale of public land for personal gain. Michael has denied any wrongdoing, and the case remains unresolved. LisaRaye McCoy, reflecting on her separation from Michael Misick, shared with Essence, "I am fine. It's okay to move forward because things happen. Does it hurt? Yes. Am I disappointed? Incredibly. But this too shall pass." Recently, her comments have resurfaced amidst sensational allegations involving Will Smith and Duane Martin. Will's former personal assistant, brother Bilal, claimed in an interview with internet personality Tasha K that he walked in on a shocking scene. "I opened the door to Duane's dressing room, and that's when I see Duane having S with Will. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Duane was standing up him. It was there." Will Smith's representative swiftly responded to these allegations, vehemently denying them to TMZ as unequivocally false and completely fabricated. The representative also hinted at potential legal action against the former employee for spreading what they termed as baseless accusations. Jada Pinkett Smith also recently addressed and dismissed allegations against her husband, Will Smith, stating firmly to TMZ, "We suin'." She reiterated their intention to take legal action in a preview of an upcoming interview with Power 105.1's The Breakfast Club. In the interview snippet, Pinkett Smith described the rumor as ridiculous and not the first of its kind. She hinted at previous attempts of extortion, suggesting that the allegations were part of a failed money shakedown. "This is a person that tried a shakedown, a money shakedown, that didn't work. We're going to take legal action," she asserted. She emphasized the seriousness of spreading false and damaging stories, indicating that they consider it actionable. Brother Bilal has since come out swinging.
Wait, shit. And, that's when she realized that she had said too much.
And they told her to stop. I don't know if you caught that. Rewind the video. She was like, "Oh, they ain't said all kind of pictures, all kind of everything." So let's get back to the interview.
However, one allegation that the Smiths so far have not publicly faced is the one of Will Smith seemingly are his own son, Jaden.
Who knew that your husband was doing things to boys and did stuff to your son and you ain't do about it? Bilal told me everything. You got a meal.
So you believe the Duane Martin story that could have happened?
Of course. Everybody know that shit. Everybody knew they was just ain't nobody know Duane was folding him over like that, taking him to Pound Town.
It's no surprise that affected Jaden like this. It gets a lot worse, folks, for Jada too.
Do it. This is not play. Yeah. And you got to be really willing to confront some hard stuff.
Yeah. E.T. I just felt like I needed more freedom. The public wants you to be a certain way. Your family needs you in a certain way. My life had got constricted into this little box. And it was strangling me, basically,
It broke my heart when I heard her talking about it.
Despite living separate lives for the past 7 years, the couple remains legally married and supportive of each other. Pinkett Smith has recently addressed various rumors and accusations in her memoir, Worthy, including defending herself and her husband against claims of infidelity and questioning their S. Together, Jada and Will Smith have 2 children, Jaden, 25, and Willow, 23. In April 2013, speculation about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith's marriage surfaced after Pinkett Smith made comments that suggested they might have an open relationship. Breakups and open marriage rumors have plagued the pair for years, and they intensified when Pinkett Smith told HuffPost Live, "I've always told Will, you can do whatever you want as long as you can look in the mirror and be okay." Because at the end of the day, Will is his own man, she continued. "I'm here as his partner, but he is his own man. He has to decide who he wants to be, and that's not for me to do for him, or vice versa." Days later, Pinkett Smith issued a message on Facebook clarifying her interview comments. "There are far more important things to talk about in regards to what is happening in the world than whether I have an open marriage or not," she stated. "I am addressing this issue because a very important subject has been born from discussions about my statement that may be worthy of addressing. Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so," she stated. "This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means we have a grown one." On November 7, 2013, Smith was accused of cheating on Pinkett Smith with co-star Margot Robbie. Star Magazine secured and published black and white images of Smith and Robbie posing playfully together. According to the newspaper, the photo booth photographs were taken in New Orleans during the actors' break from filming Focus. Once they pulled the curtain back to take the pictures, they let their inhibitions run wild, laughing, hugging, and muzzling each other in the dark, an unidentified witness told the Star. Smith has never commented on the charges, but E! News reports that Robbie responded at the time via Twitter, now known as X. Been working nonstop, just catching my breath, Robbie apparently wrote on November 7th of that year. There's absolutely no truth to the ridiculous rumor in Star Mag. On September 16, 2017, actor Leah Remini accused Jada Pinkett Smith of being a Scientologist. I know Jada's in. I know Jada's in. She's been in Scientology a long time. Remini, a former Scientologist who's since been vocal about her experience, told the Daily Beast, I never saw Will there, but I saw Jada at the Celebrity Center. In the same interview, Remini described the Smiths' now closed school, New Village Leadership Academy, as a Scientology school. Pinkett Smith had stated that their university had no affiliation with Scientology. She also responded to Remini's assertions about X, stating that she is not a Scientologist. It is not a desire of ours to educate children with Scientology. That is not what Will and I want to do, she stated to NPR in 2009. And our school is not, and I repeat, not a Scientology school. Smith also told World Entertainment News Network that he has spoken with Tom Cruise about Scientology, although he and Pinkett Smith don't necessarily believe in organized religion. During an appearance on RTT in October 2018, the Smiths reiterated that they have never been Scientologists. Pinkett Smith also invited Remini to the show, and they had an open talk about their animosity. Pinkett Smith stated that she grew up studying about and investigating different religions out of curiosity. I always took the position that I'm here at the Scientology Center to learn what I want to learn, and I have no interest in being a Scientologist, she stated. October 17, 2018, Pinkett Smith stated that she and Smith choose not to identify their relationship as a marriage because it is too restricting. I needed a different form to dissolve all the expectations that I had of marriage, she told People magazine. I needed to do that to see Will outside of husband and see him as a human being. I started dissolving all the ideas and expectations and labels, she said. On October 22, 2018, Smith stated that he cried uncontrollably in a restaurant restroom after realizing he was in the wrong relationship. Smith and Pinkett Smith discussed their relationship at a 2018 episode of Red Table Talk. Smith began the interview by saying, "We have created a marital and family paradigm that has been speculated about for a lot of years, so I'm excited to tell the truth." During the interview, the Independence Day star mentioned being married to Zampino when he met Pinkett Smith in the 1990s. Smith quickly departed the dinner table with Zampino because he had a realization that I wasn't with the person I was supposed to be with. And I was sitting in a stall in the restaurant and I was crying uncontrollably and then laughing like, "What the heck is wrong with me?" Smith stated. "I knew that was the woman I was supposed to be with, but I was never getting divorced," he stated. "I don't get divorced." Zampino filed for divorce on Valentine's Day, and Smith began dating Pinkett Smith shortly after. On October 22, 2018, Pinkett Smith confessed to Smith that she never wanted to be married on her wedding day. On the same episode of RTT where Smith recalls crying in a toilet stall, Pinkett Smith discussed her opposition to marriage and a wedding ceremony, to the point where she was unhappy on the day of their wedding in 1997. "I just never really agreed with the constructs," she said of her opposition to marriage. "I just don't agree with it. I never have. I still don't." Pinkett Smith, who was 3 months pregnant with their son Jaden, stated that she was so upset that I had to have a wedding. "It was a horrible wedding," she admitted. "I cried the whole way down the aisle," Pinkett Smith explained. Jada Smith also stated that they separated during their marriage and then reconciled. In part 2 of their RTT talk, Pinkett Smith stated that the most difficult period of their marriage was when she turned 40 in 2011 and experienced a midlife crisis. "One day, our marriage came crashing down," Pinkett Smith explained. "We came to the realization that we had to redefine our relationship. Your 40th birthday was my low point," Smith claimed, adding that he snapped after Pinkett Smith accused him of turning her celebration into a ridiculous display of his ego. Pinkett Smith admitted that at the time, she was not living her life truly. Following that catastrophic birthday, she confronted Smith about how his ideal of a perfect family led to a decline in their marriage. "We essentially had to destroy our marriage," Smith added, stressing that divorce wasn't a consideration for any of them. "I put in too much, period," Pinkett Smith. What is most important to me is my family. I was thinking about our family. Not even just our immediate nucleus, but we have such a huge extended family, and I knew that divorce wasn't necessary. Why do that? Why create all that disruption? I was devastated, even worse than a divorce, Smith said. We broke up within our marriage and got back together again and had to rebuild with new rules and something way completely different. After some time apart, the stars reconnected with a fresh perspective on their relationship. It's a life partnership in the sense that we've created a foundation together that we know is for this lifetime, said Pinkett Smith. We have devoted ourselves to each other in a spiritual sense, Smith stated. Whatever she needs, she can count on me for the rest of her life. July 10th, 2020. Pinkett Smith said that she had a relationship with musician August Alsina amid the breakdown of her marriage to Smith. Pinkett Smith revealed her side of the tale on an episode of RTT after Alsina publicly said that they had been in a relationship for years. The Gotham star revealed that their entanglement began in 2016 when she and Smith were going through a difficult time. She said that the Oscar-winning actor was done with her when she met Alsina. We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time and you go figure out how to make yourself happy and I'll figure out how to make myself happy, Smith explained. I really felt like we could be over. We were over, Pinkett Smith explained, adding that they had separated amicably. September 27th, 2021. Smith admitted that he and Pinkett Smith are not monogamous. Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Jada had family members with unconventional relationships, Smith stated in an interview with GQ's November cover. So she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. There were significant, endless discussions about what is relational perfection, what is the perfect way to interact as a couple, he continued. And for the large part of our relationship, monogamy was what we chose, not thinking of monogamy as the only relational perfection. Smith explained that he and Pinkett Smith have given each other trust and freedom. And marriage for us can't be a prison, he said, adding that he and Pinkett Smith had other relationships. Smith chose not to elaborate further because he did not want to deal with the backlash of that in the world. Despite receiving numerous awards for his performance, people have always been more interested in Will Smith's personal life, which is constantly generating news. And no matter how hard A-lister Will Smith tries to keep his immaculate image, he finds himself embroiled in trouble. Will and his wife, Jada Pinkett, have been at the center of various scandals over the years. Will Smith's issues include allegations of Scientology membership, abuse, adultery, and the notorious Oscar slap. Here are Will Smith's most controversial moments in his career, as well as any recent scandals he has been involved in. Jada Pinkett Smith claimed she pondered a legal separation but never followed through on it because of a promise she made to Smith. I made a promise that there will never be a reason for us to divorce. We will work through whatever, and I just haven't been able to break that promise. Pinkett also said that she and Will were living in separate residences as they worked out the future of their marriage. Jaden Smith's interview with Entertainment Tonight nearly shattered the internet when he disclosed that his mother, Jada Pinkett Smith, had introduced the family to psychedelics. Jaden clarified, "It was just her for a really, really long time, and then eventually it just trickled and evolved, and everybody found it in their own ways." Jada discussed her experience with plant medicine on a 2021 episode of the Red Table Talk, stating that it improves her depression. The thing about the plant medicine is it helps you feel better, but also solves the problems of how you got there in the first place. Pinkett teased the true tale behind her son's comment in her memoir, Worthy, and said she described how. It all gets answered in the book. Will Smith will make the 2022 Oscars one of the most memorable in history. The Men in Black actor was sitting in the front row when comedian Chris Rock made a crude joke about his wife's beauty. Jada Pinkett Smith, who has been vocal about her fight with alopecia, was noticeably offended by the remark. Smith did the unthinkable. He rushed up to the stage, slapped Chris Rock in the face, and then returned to his seat. Will then tells Rock to stop talking about his wife, much to the surprise of everyone in the room. "Keep my wife's name out of your mouth." Live television captured the entire incident. Nevertheless, the ceremony went on, and Will Smith received the Best Actor award for playing Serena and Vanessa Williams' father, Richard Williams, in King Richard. Smith apologized the next day, and as punishment, he was forbidden from attending the Oscar ceremony for the next 10 years. Willow Smith, Will Smith's daughter, sparked outrage when a photo of her at 13 years old, posing in bed with 20-year-old Hannah Montana star Moises Arias, went viral. Fans attacked Will and Jada's laid-back parenting approach, believing Willow was too young to be in such a position. However, the couple defended their unusual parenting approach. Jada informed TMZ that the shot was not S in nature. You guys are projecting your trash onto it and acting like stealth pedophiles, which is not cool. In 2012, a Ukrainian prankster sparked problems for Will Smith by pulling a prank on him at the Men in Black 3 premiere. Vitaly Sedyuk attempted to kiss Will without his permission while the actor was speaking with reporters. Smith retaliated by slapping the reporter, and the event was captured on video. Will Smith exclaimed, "Come on, man! What the hell is your problem, buddy?" The I Am Legend actor continued his press tour for the film and responded to the next reporter, "Hey, sorry, he tried to kiss me in my mouth. He was lucky I ain't sucker punched him. Sorry I said that on camera." Will Smith and Janet Hubert, Aunt Viv, collaborated on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air from 1990 to 1993, but the two actors did not get along during the sitcom's third season. After Hubert departed the program, Will Smith allegedly told everyone she was difficult to work with, which ruined her career. Following this, she struggled to get big acting roles. Janet Hubert later said during the 2020 HBO Max Fresh Prince reunion show that her pregnancy and other personal issues made her relationship with Will Smith unpleasant. "You ended my 30-something-year career. You went too far when you were younger, and I know you were always determined to win." Their feud appeared to cease after they apologized to each other. Will Smith was only 20 years old when he was arrested by police in connection with a case. The National Enquirer stated at the time that Will Smith spent the night in a West Philadelphia jail cell after a record promoter, William Hendricks, was beaten and nearly blinded in one eye. According to police papers obtained by the magazine, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air actor allegedly directed Charles Alston, his security, to attack the promoter. Alston reportedly injured Hendricks so severely that he broke his left eye orbit and required 6 stitches following the attack. According to sources, Will Smith despised being arrested and preferred to forget about it. It was the worst night of his life. Will couldn't sleep since everyone in the cell kept asking for his autograph. The allegations of aggravated A, criminal conspiracy, simple A, and recklessly endangering another person were all later dropped. Meanwhile, Rob Schneider has spoken in on Will Smith and Chris Rock's ongoing dispute following the iconic 2022 slap, calling the Bad Boys star a hole. During an interview on the Kyle and Jackie O Show on Tuesday, the comic said that Smith, who slapped Rock for mocking wife Jada Pinkett Smith during a live broadcast of the Oscars, has been hiding his true identity for years. "Will Smith is a T," Schneider stated. "Will Smith has been hiding the fact of who he really is, and it was exposed that night that he's really in hole. But it's a deep, dark thing to do that in front of all those people and to a really great legendary comedian who's literally the best comedian of our generation," he said. "Without Chris Rock, there wouldn't have been this big wave of comedy that followed. He has kicked open the doors." Schneider confessed that he wasn't allowed to speak his mind following the slap. "I wasn't allowed to say anything at that time because we were part of the committee that's supposed to punish him," he said. "He's a liar, a complete, utter fraud, and it was exposed in that time." "Will is a D," he continued. "The thing is, that's how politically correct the Academy is, that they were so cowardly. Because if I would have done that, they would have been hauled off to prison. But because they were so worried about being racist or whatever, they were like, we can't offend." But the point is, violence is what it is. And whether the color of your skin or your religion, it doesn't matter if you commit a crime in front of other people, you get hauled out of there, he added. And Schneider, who is close friends with Rock, stated that the comedian took a long time to digest the situation. "He didn't want to talk to anybody," Schneider said. "I don't blame him. But it took him a while to get to where he could react to it because it was a lot. He's a very sensitive, great guy, and he's literally a genius." Smith has received a lot of criticism and resentment over the past few years. In 2023, Smith stated that recent adversities have led him to reconsider his personal interests. "What I've experienced in my adversities of the last couple years is, I have to be clear about who I am and what I'm attempting to do in the world," he said during a panel at the Red Sea International Film Festival in Saudi Arabia, per a video shared by Deadline on X. "I can't need others to applaud for me to stay focused on my mission." He continued, "I have always wanted to put good into the world. I have always wanted to make people smile. I have always been devoted to the process of joy and inspiration, and I want you to feel good." Jada Pinkett Smith is also reportedly monitoring her husband Will Smith's social media usage. Even after a falling out between Will Smith and Jada, the former TV host is concerned about who is serving the Oscar-winning actor, according to a new report from In Touch Weekly. A source recently informed the publication that Jada looks at Will's social media antics with a heavy amount of skepticism, even though she takes her own transformation into an online influencer and chat host absurdly seriously. It really comes down to who they're reaching, and Jada is very comfortable with the millions of online fans she has won through Red Table Talk, they said. The insider added, "It all fits with her confrontational, confessional brand, and she deserves her success." However, the insider stated that Jada does not relate to Will's attempt to connect with Gen Z at the ripe age of 50. Jada just sees that as Will chasing a younger demographic, he'll never quite hit the bullseye with now that he's in his 50s, the insider said of Jada, adding that she believes Will's collaborations with newcomers like Jason Derulo are not mutually beneficial. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.